In this episode, we continue south on the Alcan Highway through Destruction Bay, Kluane Lake, Haines Junction, and Whitehorse, where we turn south on the Klondike Highway to Emerald Lake and the Liglet First Nations town of Carcross, and the only desert in Canada, on a side trip back to Alaska to visit the seaport of Skagway on our golden anniversary adventure. In our last episode, we traveled from Tok, Alaska, and crossed the Canadian border at Beaver Creek in Canada's Yukon Territory, and eventually boondocked in the First Nations town of Destruction Bay. The Yukon is located in the northwest region of Canada and borders Alaska to the west, the Northwest Territories to the east, the Beaufort Sea to the north, and British Columbia to the south. Most of this region has a subarctic climate, so brief warm summers and long bitterly cold winters are the norm. Just 40,000 people live in Canada's smallest and westernmost federal territory. Generally referred to as the Yukon, this territory spans over 183,000 square miles and encompasses 1,368 mountains. The Yukon is known as the last frontier of Canada and contains some of the most majestic snow-capped summits, alpine tundra, and subalpine lakes in the country. Fortunately, we shot some photos of Destruction Bay and Kluane Lake yesterday after arriving there. We had hoped to resume sightseeing the Yukon's largest lake region, but our familiar nemesis, the rain, caused us to move on towards Haines Junction instead. Haines Junction, located in the Yukon Territory of Canada, is a picturesque community nestled in the stunning wilderness of the Kluane National Park and Reserve. It's situated at the junction of the Alaska Highway and the Haines Highway, making it a popular stop for travelers exploring the region. The town is surrounded by breathtaking mountain ranges, including the majestic St. Elias Mountains, which are known for their towering peaks and glaciers. The community itself is small but vibrant, with a friendly, welcoming atmosphere. You'll find a range of amenities, including cozy accommodations, restaurants serving delicious local cuisine, and charming shops featuring the local arts and crafts. The Lady of the Way Chapel, also known as Our Lady of the Way Shrine, is a small Catholic chapel located in Haines Junction. It holds great religious and cultural significance for both the locals and visitors alike. Built in the 1940s as a tribute to the Virgin Mary, it has since become a place of pilgrimage and worship. Its rustic and humble design adds to its charm, nestled amidst the stunning natural beauty of the Yukon wilderness. Haines Junction also has a strong connection to indigenous culture, with a significant presence of the Champagne and Ishishik First Nations. Visitors can learn about their traditions, art, and history through cultural centers and events. We continue on the Alcan toward the great city of Whitehorse, located in the beautiful Yukon Territory. It's a vibrant city known for its stunning and natural landscapes and its rich cultural heritage. Situated on the banks of the Yukon River and surrounded by picturesque mountains, Whitehorse offers a unique blend of outdoor adventures and urban amenities. One of the main attractions in Whitehorse is the mesmerizing Northern Lights, also known as the Aurora Borealis. The city's northern location makes it an excellent spot to witness this breathtaking natural phenomenon. Imagine standing under a starry sky as vibrant hues of green, purple, and blue dance across the horizon. It's truly a sight to behold. For those interested in history and culture, Whitehorse has a rich heritage rooted in the Klondike Gold Rush. The city's downtown area features charming historic buildings and museums that provide insight into this fascinating period. You can also visit the SS Klondike National Historic Site, a preserved stern wheeler that was once a vital transportation link in the Yukon. Whitehorse is also known for its warm and welcoming community. The city hosts various festivals and events throughout the year, including the Yukon Sourdough Rendezvous, a winter festival celebrating Yukon's heritage and traditions. We continue on Alaska Highway number 1, outside of Whitehorse, where we turn onto the southern section of the Klondike Highway number 2 to reach today's destination, the First Nations town of Carcross, some 40 miles away. We traveled the northern section of the Klondike Highway to Dawson City back in June. This section of the Klondike, the southern section, continues to the Alaskan city of Skagway, which we will visit in our next episode. This valley was covered by a glacier during the last ice age, and shallow lakes were formed when the glaciers retreated 14,000 years ago. Retreating ice deposited limestone gravel eroded from the surrounding hills onto the valley floor. The carbonate-rich gravel affected the groundwater and led eventually to the formation of marl in the lakes. Marl is a white calcium carbonate clay that forms in the water and then settles, often unevenly, onto the lake bottom. It forms when enough carbonate from dissolving limestone reacts with calcium in the water. The beautiful blue-green color of Emerald Lake is created by sunlight reflecting off the white layer of marl on the lake bed. It is the frequent wind, along with a near lack of rain and the effects of Ice Age glaciers, that created the Carcross Desert. The prevailing winds constantly blow sand here, creating a dynamic system of dunes. Despite these harsh conditions, rare species of plants, including Yukon lupine and Beigel sedge, grow here. For the Carcross Tagish people, harvesting plants, leaves, bark, and berries for food and medicine has always been part of the seasonal round. Knowledge of harvesting has been passed down over the years from elders to a younger generation. The Carcross Tagish people continue to have a profound connection with the resources provided by the land and the water. As you enter the area, a very colorful sign welcomes you to the traditional territory of the Carcross Tagish First Nation. This is the home of the Carcross Tagish people, a self-governing First Nation. Their traditional territory covers more than 1,500 square miles and predates political boundaries. The two traditional languages of the Carcross Tagish people are Tagish and Tlingit. Many place names in the area, such as Tagish Lake, Taku Arm, and Tutshi Lake, derive from the Tagish or Tlingit names. The SS Tutshi was built by the British Yukon Navigation Company in 1917 at Carcross and was pulled out of service in 1955. The Yukon government purchased the Tutshi in 1971 and began an ambitious restoration project that was nearing its end when the boat tragically caught fire in July 1990. The Tutshi project brought pride of place to Carcross residents as local artisans were trained in historic restoration techniques. The community reflected on the busy days of the White Pass and Yukon route and looked forward to the healthy tourism industry with the Tutshi as the main attraction. The vessel was open to tours in 1988 with ongoing restoration work publicly accessible as it was to become part of the steamer's history. It was a devastating blow to the community and the vessel's owner when it burned before the fire suppression system could be installed. The multi-use interpretation memorial and community space is dedicated to the SS Tutshi and its role in the area's tourism industry. The Yukon White Pass Railroad, often called the Scenic Railway of the World, is a historic narrow-gauge railroad that stretches from Skagway, Alaska to Whitehorse, Yukon in Canada. It was built during the Klondike Gold Rush in the late 19th century and played a crucial role in transporting prospectors and supplies to the gold fields. Today, the Yukon White Pass Railroad is primarily a tourist attraction, allowing visitors to relive the gold rush era and experience the beauty of the region. The journey takes you through historic sites like the Skagway Historic District and the famous White Pass Summit, where you can learn about the adventures and struggles of those who came before. As the train winds its way through the picturesque landscapes, you'll have the opportunity to soak in the stunning views of mountains, lakes, and forest. The journey also includes a stop in the historic town of Bennett, where you can learn about the Gold Rush era and explore the remnants of this once thriving community. Once you arrive in Carcross, you'll discover a delightful town with a rich indigenous heritage and a vibrant art scene. Take a stroll through the streets, visit the local shops and galleries, and immerse yourself in the culture of the area. Whether you're a history buff, a nature lover, or simply seeking an unforgettable experience, the White Pass Yukon Railroad journey to Carcross is sure to captivate you. Enjoy the scenic beauty, learn about the region's fascinating history, and create memories to treasure. As you embark on this railway adventure, you'll be treated to breathtaking views of rugged mountains, cascading waterfalls, and pristine wilderness. The train chugs along steep cliffs, through tunnels, and over awe-inspiring bridges, offering an unforgettable journey through the stunning landscapes of the Yukon. Carcross has certainly caught our interest, and we will be spending a few more days here. We set up our base camp just 10 miles south of Carcross in the recently built Yukon Territorial Campground at the old mining town known as Conrad. It is perfectly located just a half mile from the Klondike Highway, offering a great place to base camp for our visit to Skagway, approximately 60 miles away. The campground is nestled among stunning mountainous landscapes, offering picturesque views. The playground facilities for children are excellent. It has spacious pull-through wilderness campsites that can accommodate any size RV. Each site is equipped with fire pits, picnic tables, and access to clean restroom facilities. You can enjoy a cozy campfire with the free firewood offered while taking in the beauty of the surrounding wilderness. The campground is also conveniently located near various outdoor activities. You can go hiking along scenic trails, try your hand at fishing in the nearby lakes and rivers, or simply take a leisurely stroll to appreciate the tranquility of nature. Wildlife enthusiasts will also be delighted to know that the campground is home to a diverse range of animals, including majestic moose and elusive bears. We hope you'll join us for our next episode when we continue south on the Klondike Highway and cross back into Alaska to visit the gold rush town of Skagway on our golden anniversary adventure, The Long Road Home.